Morning. Right, sort the glasses out. And let's go and have a look at this boss. Right then. Right, no points earned so far. Challenge. Here's the new boss. Collecting data. Have they got anything here? Popular heroes? No, nothing. Okay, right. We are 500 points away from the next tier. We've got 11 days. Point reward system. Leaderboard. People up in the S+. There we go. Right. I don't think we'll be hitting that far up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can pick 7 champions. Oh, let me get me out of the way. I am a little bit in the way there, aren't I? Right, so we can pick up 7 champions, and what else? That gives us 2 Lord skills as well, doesn't it? Right, so there's 1. Let's have you. Do I want you separate? Do I want you included? I don't know. Who else might? Right. A quick look at something. How have I done previously, or who have I used previously? Lord of Sticks. Right, that's the team we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so we want that as our team, and then 1 other. So we're doing Ingrid, Wukong, Setram, Arrogance, Healer, Silas. Okay. Healer, Setram. And then we can take 1 other as well. I don't know if we need one. Do we need 1 other? What else we're going to use? Who else? I'm thinking possibly Piercer Lord. That could work. I'll put a Piercer Lord in there. I haven't got a good one. I mean, Ivar obviously would be a massive bonus. What if we just put you in? We can move you down there, and that gives you a bonus, doesn't it? I think that's a good start for us. Bear in mind, I mean, on the second team, we can only use 6 champions, and we've got a slot for 7, so we've got that spare slot. So I'm sort of ideally hoping that she's going to be the spare slot for us. So what we want in our team is, when we look at this, right, let's skip this because we're not overly interested in this bit at the moment. Right, let's hit pause. So we've got the wall at the bottom. So we can see the 1 wall there, 1 wall over the other side of the screen. We've got those at the bottom, and that's the bit we're trying to do. And then we're going to save the walls while we diminish the boss's health. And when the boss health gets down to 0, that's when we're going to tick over and do the Lord of Sticks. So got to bear that in mind. So we've got 2 sides to do from. Now, for a pleasant change, whilst doing the Conqueror, we can use platform-based units. So we want to make sure that we've got those in place as well. So I've always found on one side you can use an AoE champion to clear off, and then on the other side, so I normally go right hand side, I use my AoE champion, left hand side I'm going to use my single target multi-strike hitters that I want to use for a lot of sticks, and I use all of them to clear up one side and my AoE to clear up the other side. So if you've got Ingrid, absolutely brilliant. She's a little underpowered. There are other champions that can do it for you. So Nyx is very good in there. Dahlia is very good down there. She can be used to clear up this side for us as well. So let's bear that in mind. There are other champions. Right, let's get on with this then and see if we can have a little run through. So I want you to clear up over that side. Can I use you there? Will that work? And then you'll do some healing for me. Do I have to place you down on the wall? Ah, I've got you already there, haven't I? That's going to be annoying. You can work. can work. And if I could get you down, that would be easier. So how are we doing? How is this going? Right. That left-hand side. Look at that. Ingrid's sorted on that right-hand side. Absolute boss there, isn't she? New record E. Right. Punch again. Right-hand side is sorted. That spare slot may be used for a Nix or something like that. Just to clear everything off for us. Let's skip that. Just to make our lives a little easier. There. Right. Let's get you down to start with. Maybe I'm going to have to use you there. That wouldn't be ideal. And then how are we doing for healing? Then we can put the elf out, can't we, if need be? Let's try that. So there we go. The only side we have to worry about is that left-hand side. Ingrid doing the work of another 5-man team. Absolutely balanced. Brilliant. And it's just killing off these mobs that are coming down towards your wall that are killing off the boss there, we see. So that's the boss being taken care of for us. The left-hand side's going to go first, isn't it? There we go. Right. Still at E. I'd ideally like to do it without swapping in another DPS. I mean, we could take her out and put another DPS in, but ideally I don't want to. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? Sad. On next. Okay. Oh. Try this again. If we don't get any more joy with it this time, then we'll have a look at swapping them out. I suppose one of the questions is, does Ingrid need healing? I think she does. I think coming down on that right hand side, they have got the old area of effect mobs coming down. Have a quick look. I'm sure they have. Honest manual, don't care about you, don't care about you. I thought you did a bit of AoE. So we'll look what we get. Can't even get into him. He's got so many clones down. We can't even place anything. I think it's that far left hand side there, bottom left. I'm going to struggle with to clear. Yeah. Still stuck at that E. Come on. Keep half an eye on Ingrid to make sure she doesn't go down completely. Wutong's dying far too quickly for us. Don't think even with the Wood Elf we're going to keep him up. There we go, still at E. Right then. Right, our Lord's gone. I think swap out the Lord for someone more user friendly, but could just slot in Pope, but that's going to get a little over the top, I think, for what we're doing. Right. I think you'll be fine. I think that will sort out that side massively for us. Hopefully. Wonder how good you are by yourself. Oh, we can even reach from there. How nice is that? I mean, this is just such a massive improvement by slotting her in there. You can use, like I say, like Daliana's got this left-hand side pretty much sorted by herself, and I think that's going to be the bonus for you. I think you can get to B, I think it is, with the boss as is. I think to get through this stage is level B, so Ingrid's going to go over there. That's nice to see. Dalia, there you go. You could build. I don't know if my Dahlia's built particularly well or not, but I think Nick's over there would be awesome as well. Look at her go. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, so don't be demotivated. don't do it to yourself. There we go. She is conquering this left-hand side for us quite happily. Yeah, I think that's B is what you get just to clear off the Conqueror side of it. But I think we'll try maybe her, Nyx and a healer next time to see how much additional DPS they sort of need to do each side. That'd be quite interesting. And then for all those people who don't have an Ingrid team going, they can have a look at that. There's the swap over done. All good. And now we're back onto this. So, where do we want you? I want you over here. Will that work? Place you there. This Setram. Oh, we haven't got Ingrid down. Pop you over. What do I want? 2 more deployable. There and there, I think. Is that right? So this should give you a rough idea of how the boss actually works and how you get through to him. We'll save our ultimates, obviously, until we get... oh, we don't need to place you down. Until it comes back up. So Super Shield comes back up. There we go. Trigger some ultimates. There we are. Motoring through. Not going to use your ultimate. I'll use you on the next run going through. Because you get a big... Remember on this, if you're using the ultimate when the shield goes down, you get a big boost to your ultimate when it's completed, okay? So do remember that. You want to use your ultimates to get that shield down, so when it comes back up, we'll trigger off the ultimates again. Here's the shield. Oh, I want to trigger you early. Forgot about Setram's delay. So there's the shield. Try and get that down. What we've got a number. There we go. And then when their ultimate finishes, big jump there. And then hopefully Setram will have a big jump. Boom, he's up to 70%. And so Silas, remember, see, so you've got another couple of seconds before it comes back round again. We'll trigger off Setram early. There we go. There's the other two. So we do. Yeah, that's fine. Not too worried about that. I can shave a couple of bits off that and get a few more attacks in, I think, without too many worries. There we go. So that's how we're going to do the first part and get on to the second part, okay? Which is all you're really worried about. So look at the damage you've done. All of that. Bulk of that. Okay, absolutely great. So let's have a quick look at a couple of other things just while we're doing this. Oh, we've only been doing 17 minutes, haven't we? Okay. Right, so let's get rid of you. There you are as well. Right. There's a little start on this. The first part is like the bit that's going to demoralise people not getting past this first part. So if you can get past the first bit, then you've automatically got B. So I'm going to put Nick's on that side. We're going to put you on that side. Spare one there. Spare DPS there. And start seeing if you're taking any damage. You're healing yourself, so that's a plus. But I think that's more to the artifact that I put on you for Gear Dungeon 2. Hopefully this sort of team will work. That'd be quite nice. You might need a little extra to buff them up, but we're starting relatively low down, I think, to actually... Oh, Silas, come on, let's trigger you off. So you can put in some rage regen as well, which will definitely help you out. Ah, you do need healing. You are taking damage. Are we going to trigger Silas? Yep, thanks. Got him. Etc. Right, so Ingrid can pretty much do it by herself. The others, I think, might need a little bit of help depending on well geared yours is, what awakening level you've got them up to, all that sort of good, all the usual stuff. Left hand wall will fall first, won't it? There we go, down to D. There it goes. Boss at 50% there. I think you can improve that quite happily. Have a look. Yeah, there are two girls doing an awesome job there for us. Absolutely fantastic. So I think if you properly gear them up, I don't know how mine are geared. Let's have a quick look. Oh, well, decent gear on, I'd say. It's all right, I think. Skills aren't maxed out. Certainly not the ultimate, which is a crying shame. If you're going to use her for this, you might want to put more skills into her. You probably don't want that as an artifact either. I would say damage increased by 10% after killing the target. Additional damage 2 times. I reckon this would be quite good. Let's chuck this on quickly. Well, so, obviously the same target, that's not going to do as well, but I think this is going to be a nice addition to her. Just because she's killing so many targets. Now, how are you geared? Gearing, your gear I think is less than Nick's, and yet you're doing better work, so do bear that in mind when you're building your one up. So You might want to give that some consideration as well. Okay, skills, we haven't done all the skills, we're already missing one. It's just the damage increase as well, so bit of a blow. There you go. Might need to do that. And her orb isn't fully promoted. Have we got any spare ones? No, there we go. Right, so that might give us a little bit of a bonus there. How well are we doing? There she is there. Dare say Vienna could come in and do some work for you as well. How much extra stuff do they need on the sides? Because you want to avoid using too much. So we had you over there, didn't we? We had, we put you there. Is that better for you? Who knows? Let's try that. And then we had Cetra on that side, didn't we? One there, healer coming up there. Put you in there. I can put you there. Maybe we'll see how that goes. Yeah, right hand side. I think you're just going to have to fudge around with who and what you need in which position. There we go. But Ingrid, who would have thought it? The underpowered hero comes through again, taking gold for us. Oh, we can trigger her off, can't we? Don't need the heals, but the rage regen would be nice. So there's a few more. I think Vienna, Karmit springs to mind as well. Maybe another good choice for some AoE damage for you. Maybe put those in a minute, see what they're like. See how they run. Because it is just the AoE damage you want, and you want as little AoE heroes as possible. I think you're going to be hard pushed to beat the girl here. I mean, I assume people have got her. I don't know. Is she in the pot to be picked or not? I cannot remember if she's available to be summoned or not. Ingrid is absolutely ruling the roost here. And all you want to do is get through the first part. Once you got through the first part, I mean, with as few AoE champions as you can muster, then the next part of it then becomes somewhat easier for you. So we're better off on the left hand side there, aren't we? We've improved on that left hand side. I certainly think, relatively obviously, but you put skills into people, that will help. There we go. I'd have to have a sort out to see which DPS is doing more, and then maybe swap them around on left to right side. Now you've got 3 on one side. Next, we don't want to have a look. Arrogance does a lot, and then it's like, okay. So I think there's an argument to be made where you could do Thalia there and Arrogance, and then use Nyx and the single targets to actually take care of the other side. Let's have a... It's going to use the same team again. Who else is worth looking at? I mean, Pope's going to do wonderful work for you simply because of his AoE that you've got going on in there anyway. So if you've got a Pope, feel free to use him as a Lord skill. That's going to be great for you. Ingrid, we all know, is fantastic. Ajax, I think he's going to be a good shout, isn't he? Let's have a quick try there. Let's put an Ajax in. Who else do we want to see? Let's see a Karmit. I don't know their gearing levels, so it's sort of a bit hit and miss realistically. I don't know Ajax's range on getting this swept away, but you'd be able to sort him out with any... Wow. Like Ajax's range, don't we? That is awesome. Ooh. Karmit's is a bit dodgier. I think you're going to need help. There we go. Let's put you on and you that side. And we can get a lot of heroes in, can't we? That's good news. just have a look at how well they do firing off their ultimates. In fact, if I can just stick this on auto, have a look at who does what. No, come on, we want to fire you off some rage regen. Yeah, the skill crystals is definitely an issue. There's always more heroes you want to skill up, then you want to and the Moonton allow you to have skill crystals. It is horrific. It's a downside to the economy. I don't know why they don't let you do dust to skill crystals, because people have got a massive amount of dust available. But I think Nick's with an artifact. I mean, if you've got an exclusive artifact, I think you're laughing there. I think that's really going to help you out. Dahlia, I think, is absolutely awesome. Just gear her up properly. Mine's on relatively weakish gear, I think. How are we doing here? The weaker side. The left-hand side's gone down. The right, I think, would have gone. Let's have a quick look at who's done a lot of damage for us, or who's done well. Ah, there you go. Karmit outperformed Ajax. I wouldn't have thought that. I thought Ajax was going to be all over that, to be honest. There we go. So, I don't know how well geared or skilled they are. Okay. The gear isn't fantastic, so we're a bit short on it. But yeah, we've tried to cheese it. I was trying something out with exclusives, and like I say, he gets his exclusive there. And surprise, if you didn't know, just out of interest, as Ajax fits into any team and is all factions, you can put any faction thing in here. So if you go to only this hero's exclusives, you'll see that you've got the exclusive for the cursed one, as well as you've got the northern one on, and then cursed, and then that's a cursed cultist one again, and oh, blimey, doing well for the cursed cultists, aren't we? There's the northerners, which he triggers off as well, and there's the watch guard. So you can put any of these on. If we just replace that, you see he gets that bonus as well. You can see it's come up in green. So just bear that in mind if you're playing around with Ajax. It's just a point worth knowing. Yeah. The dust thing, absolutely. I don't blame it in the slightest. It should be transfer the dust from one to another, and it should work. But they don't want to do it. I'm presuming they are selling skill crystals in the shop. So is there anyone else we're thinking of for AoE damage that we'd like to see? Anyone obvious I've missed? I think Lust could do some work with chuck her in. She hasn't got any gear on, but I just want to see a little something for us. I think that could be quite interesting. I don't think there's any big AoE. Oh, we haven't done Vienna, have we? What an idiot. So we'll put her in as well. And who have we got AoE wise? No one's gone that right hand side. Who are we taking out? Let's take you out for a bit. And who do we want in? Another rank fighter, maybe. Let's just try this. Just don't want to play around with different team comps. I want us to try and stay away from it, because Ingrid and Pope, you're laughing. You're straight through with no issues whatsoever. So let's not forget the range fighters can go here. You can put them in, and they're not going to take any damage. So the longer the range. So Valk would probably do very well. Now I want to see. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to have a little look at. So she can clip both sides there for us. The earner's going to do some work. There we go. Let's put you down. You down. Gold. You. Not you. We'd have to save you. We can only get so many on the sides. There we go. Right. Let's just quickly run this. I'm not expecting great things, but I just want to try different teams. There we go. So there's the reason that they want to swap it for dust. They crush their own economy. So if they're in the shop, then we're not going to see them increase it. I do keep an eye on how often we get Corridor of Glory events come through. So I think they're quite important, especially, yeah, we trashed through there, didn't we? Going to need to put someone else in on the left hand side just to sort of even it up and get a proper run. That's a terrible run. Don't want to look at that. Challenge again. Let's just put someone proper on the left-hand side. Right, Nix, you didn't have a long enough range. Sorry, Lust didn't have a long enough range, but possibly something you may wish to consider. Let's chucking in Nix again. We do like Nix going in there. Yeah. Single target, and then you've got room for, I think, one other or wherever you want, really. I should imagine. Make us do the daily guild quests and blue crystals as well. I can really hand those in 3 at a time. Yeah, I can't. I've run out of them now, so I don't have enough to actually hand in every time that quest comes up. I don't get blue skill crystals enough to do them. But there was a thing on Dev Insights yesterday. I did a video on it. I mean, not a lot of people watch it because it's quite boring, really, stuff. But someone raised a question again about skill dust. I did put in there because I go back through, because I do it all the time. I'm sort of quite on top of what they've said. So back in October of 2023, they said they had a new feature coming with skill dust. We put that in as well, but 2023 they said that in October that this new feature was coming with skill dust, and yet we still haven't had anything. So it's nice just to put the video out and say, "Oi, we do read what you put out, and if you're just going to talk rubbish, then we will call you out on it." But it is what it is. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Certainly not for anything that's any good for the player base. Oh, Vienna doing work, I should imagine. Is Vienna Nick's team coming up? Now, I have done a separate guide to this. I sort of do an overview of a mash of stuff that I've gone through when I was on the Forerunner account, playing around with it. So I'm not allowed on the test server for some reason. I don't know why. I think because I do silly things like try and upset them when they do dev insights, and we call them out for not following up on what they do. So who knows? But I was on the Forerunner account when this came out, and we done an overview. So give that video a quick watch, like and thumbs up. All that sort of good stuff does help me out. This is a nice little team, I think, here. There we go, Vienna doing work. She would be no use in the second part for you, but I think we're through here, aren't we? I think this is going to take us through. Or it's going to be really close and fail at the last bit. There's the B. We've got 10% to do. 10%, come on. Come on, 3% to go. We've got more than that left on the wall, haven't we? There we go. There's another team coming through. No Ingrid, no Popes. There we go. Happy days. Obviously, I haven't left myself much of a team to do this with. That's going to be the issue for me. There we go. I think that's about it. It's not going to go particularly well or far for me, but I think just if you can get yourself through the first part, then that's the hard bit. So you're straight on to B straight away if you get past the first part. We'll have a quick look at the rewards for B anyway, because that's the part you're going to want. Oh, there we go. Just, yeah, read up in the chat. Read up on the chat, people. There, someone's put down Nightmare Comp plus 2 AoE mages worked for me if you want to try it. So make sure. We failed there, haven't we? So yeah, another good comp there by the sounds of it. If you're not using, no, we don't want to update that. I mean, I'll put Pope and Ingrid forward for my team going forward. Simply because that's probably the best team. So point rewards, There we go. You're going to get 2,400 if you can hit B. So if you can just clear that first part, you'll get 2,400. Okay, so do bear that in mind. That is definitely worth knowing. Okay, that's your first goal, and then once you've cleared the Conqueror phase, then start throttling back to see what you can go with. Yeah, Nightmare comp, quite nice, and then 2 AoE mages. I think you'd do well there when you're on the second part, and again, got the 2 AoE mages to square away the first part for you. Your issue is going to be going on for getting high scores. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Where are we? Ingrid Pope, just all over the place. Ingrid Pope, Constance again, yeah, just boosting up that. Yeah, okay, that's going to be quite handy for you. Yeah, Ingrid Pope, we're talking. Beelzebub coming in, yeah, nice. Oh, that's a nice shout there. I would imagine on the first round, straight in to the centre, pushing all the way out to the left or the right would really help out. She's got some AoE as well, hasn't she? Nice. Quite like that. That's quite a nice change, of course. Yeah. Helga, of course, absolutely. Coming in, speed. Yes, so she could quite easily be used as well, I think. That's a Vierna there, isn't it? Yeah, like we just saw, she does wonders. This is a nice thing. I like this right hand side of the team there. I think that's a nice makeup. This left hand side is a bit, everyone's going to go for it, and it's a bit, yeah. Here we go. There's your Nightmare comp, sort of. Then the AoE mages. Again, Valk, going to be doing some good work for you. There we go. The unnamed factions are coming in strong. Just bear in mind that the top person on the Forerunner, I haven't got a screenshot of it, I wish I had a screenshot of it, used a Piercer comp, and they got to double S. I mean, it was a messed up Piercer comp, but they didn't mess around with A3s. And oh, Razak, yes. Oh, that'd be nice. Nice to see Razak coming in. Good call for Razak. Right, so there are a lot of options in there. Piercer's doing well, particularly if you've got a Piercer. If you've got IOR, I think you're laughing to make yourself up a Piercer comp. That's going really well. Just trying to stay away with the obvious Ingrid Pope, because that's going to do fantastic for you. Let's challenge again. Ooh. No idea why that team's up there. Right, okay. Well, let's see. Do like a Nyx. I think if you've got a Lord, maybe, yeah, particularly if you've got Ivar, then you're laughing because Ivar's going to be really good in the second part. God, I do want him on this account. And then, of course, you can use Pope, can't you, to actually boost everything back up. But do we really want to? What else did we see was strange? Beelzebub coming up, maybe do a bit of damage, but mostly going to be used to buff your team up, isn't it? Get a number of attacks up. I think it's going to be quite good, actually, because you're going to have him going fast. So the number of attacks he'd do, the second part of it, I think would be a good shout for you. Do bear that in mind. I think that's going to be a good call. Chuck in our healer. Yeah, I think she's just awesome for this first part. Let's get rid of you. Single target, and let's try this quickly. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work. Just messing around with different comps for people to actually try and get past this first part. Don't want people getting demoralised on the first part, because that is absolutely horrific. There's Razak. Let's go. I put you. Weird thought. Okay. Get you going out that far, actually. Yeah, stuff it. But and then we can have you going, can't we? And then healer there. something like that. I think maybe. Is that going to work? Possibility. Just a range of different teams to try and get people to past the Conqueror phase. What you can use after the Conqueror phase, I think you already know. So whatever team you've got already for Lord of Sticks, you can go into your book, have a look at what you got last time, and it will show you your best team, and then you can put that team forward less how many you need for your AoE champions. So who have we got doing well? So Dali does well, Nix does well, Vierna does well. Karmik didn't do as well as we'd hoped, but there we go. That side crumbled really quickly, so Razak not doing as well for us. I think it'd need a lot more support on that left-hand side. A quick look. I'm going to imagine. Got some gear on. I mean, it's not great, but I was hoping that he'd have done better on that side, but apparently not. I mean, he's in bang average gear, and a lot of the heroes are. I haven't put best gear on them or best in slot to try and push them through. We just want as many players to actually get from starting this out, not to get demoralised over this. So what would I do? Let's have a look then. All right. I think to start with, get yourself through. Open up your book. Have a look at your Lord of Sticks team. And then start with that 6 on this. And then placing your 7th hero. And bear in mind, the other thing is that you've got 2 Lords slots. I think that's really good. I think that's absolutely brilliant what they've done there. So do bear that in mind. You have got those 2 slots available for you to actually put 2 people in. So that is a remarkably good option for you. Arrogance. Who else did we have? We had a Silas, didn't we? I think I used Setram, didn't I? There we go. There's Setram. So I think this would be my team going forward. I'll have a little play to see how well we can get on it. We'll just do one run and hopefully we'll beat our previous score. There you go on that side. Just hoping this sort of clears off enough for me, to be honest. Might have to move one of the fighters over just to clear off that other side on that far left. Yeah, Ingrid's awesome. Best in slot. If you've got her, absolutely fantastic. Because you can use her on one of the sides to clear off the AoE for you. And then when you get onto the other side, you can absolutely use her for your single target damage as well. So she's going to do a fantastic job for you. I'm going to need a bit more on that side going forward, aren't I? That's the only difference I'm going to need, I think. Wonder if I'm better off using him as a Lord. I don't know. Let's have a look. Just trying to see how much damage Arrogance is taking being stuck out there, or whether we can heal through it. If we can heal through it, then we're absolutely laughing. So that wall is still taking a hefty amount of damage on that left hand side. There we go, still straight through. I just want to see if we can get through without having to worry about double AoE mage, which would be the ideal. I think pushing on in the second round for you. My wall is still going down too fast. I think I'm going to have to put in someone else, maybe. Maybe. That would be a shame. But there we go. That'll give me food for thought. So there we go. Yeah, we had a look at her. Cheers, Monkeypox. Yeah. So far as D. Right. How good is Ingrid? Yeah. Yeah, she does. We had a look. I don't have her on this account. I've got her on my Forerunner account, but not this one. But we did have a look at her. She was up there in one of the teams as well. So I think I will have to... Am I going to have to go double AoE mage, which is going to be somewhat annoying. Who would I remove who does less work on the next team going forward, isn't it? That's the argument you've got to make. Who to lose? I think that's my team going forward there, isn't it? And then any of the other AoE ninjas that you want. So that would work. Getting through the first phase for me. How good that's going to be on the second phase, I don't know. So yeah, I think this is going to be my team going forward until I can clear off the other side. Don't use Ingrid's ultimate. There we go. Hopefully that'll be all right. Might have to have a little play around and get like Monkeypox was saying, you remember your ranged fighters can go in here and come all the way across. So your likes of Valk, who's going to be doing AoE damage, she would do awesome in there. And you've got your Chaos, who is it, Andrea, isn't it? She can be used in there as well. And is there the new Chaos champion coming out for Valentine's Day? So I think there's enough time, isn't there? What are we, a week away from that event? And then once you've got that event done, maybe if you're lucky, you can get a ranged fighter to go in there. So that's a definite possibility for you. But if you don't have an Ingrid, then just remember the other champions we've gone through that you can use, okay, to try and get them in there. And hopefully that will pan you out quite well, at least to get past this first bit. So if you have to use all AoE champions, do that, because you'll at least get a B, and that way you'll get the 2,400 point reward anyway. So at least that's a good start. So what's that? That's 3 ancient shards for you, isn't it? If you blow them on ancients, so that's I think they're 800 each, aren't they? So even if you get the B to get to the end of this, then I think that's a good place to be. And at least we now know that Ingrid isn't overpowered, bless her. She is struggling over on that right hand side, bless her. That'll be it done when it there. See, there we go. Yeah. So we have used, if you're late to the stream, we have used other AoE champions. Nyx is very good, Delia is very good, Fiona does a lot of work for you, that sort of thing. So there are some really good AoE champions out there. Someone used a Razak in the leaderboard. Mine was far too weak for it, but I mean, there you go. There's an AoE champion for you. Just get your AoE side sorted, and then you're already up to a B reward. Okay, so I would do that first and foremost. And then after that, you're just on to the second phase of it, and you sort of just go with whatever team you've automatically or normally got here. So I go off there, possibly. Doesn't he do better further away he is? I don't know how healing's going to work actually, placing them this far out. So. There's a shield down. I think Arrogance does better, doesn't he? Spectrum early, shield down, not an issue. Everyone going to get the jump. Come on. Get your ults done. I've got long to get them around again. That's that one done. Fire off an extra little bit of rage regen this time round. Go. Oh, we got it done. There we go. I think that's me done there, though. I don't see me getting another shield down. Yeah, we've got another 40-50 hits to go there, aren't we? So I don't think we're going to get that one down. But there you go. That's my run and my take on it. Wish all luck. Go for the AoE champions to start with, and then that way you're getting the 2,400 reward straight away. Okay, and then if you can get as many single target people to clear that left hand side for you. Okay, but Ingrid is ruling the roost. There we go, all over the place. Ingrid Pope. Okay. Have a look at some of these. Right. Anyway, that's me done. Thank you very much for your time. If I'll see you all in the video again soon. If you can, I've done an overview as well. That's somewhere if you see that pop up, give that a look. So that's got a couple of options on there, working through some champions as well. Okay, good luck to you all. I will improve on this over time anyway. It's not going to be a great issue, is it? But I just wanted to give people a chance to at least get the first boss done, and then that way you're going to get the 2,400. You get 3 ancients for that, and that is a winner. Okay, so do me the honour, or I don't know, thanks for doing the old thumbs up, like and subscribe. Would help me out massively, and we shall see you all again soon. Okay, good luck with your runs.